This A is for information technology or EDPM. It could work for both subjects. This is an introductory class on what we need to know about computers. So without further ado, let's actually start video. So first of all, we need to get the basic definition of what is a computer. A computer is an electronic device that manipulates information or data. It has the ability to store, retrieve, and process data. So it has I like to call it the SSP, which is a basic functional operations of a computer, which is store, the SRP, sorry for that, store, retrieve, and process data. You can use a computer to type documents, send an email, and browse the internet. And even right now, I'm actually recording this video on a computer on the internet. You can also use it to handle spreadsheets, accounting, database management systems, presentation, games, and much more functionalities the computer does has. So that is a computer and that's some of its functionality. Let's move on to something even more interesting now. So there are different types of computers, a lot of different types of computers. So there are 4 different types of computers when we classify them based on their performance capacity. So we have the supercomputer, which is the world's largest type of computer and it has the fastest processing data speed. We have mainframe computers, which is a subcategory of the supercomputer. The mini computer, which we actually utilize as our phones. Your phones are my mini computer. Then we have microcomputers, which is the smallest unit of computers. This here is an example of a mini computer. So moving on, that's mini computers there. So first of all, let's look at what is a supercomputer, which is the largest or the frontline current processing capacity, particularly in the speed of calculation. In terms of computer calculations, we have the CPU, which is the central processing unit, which is actually process data. That capacity or the rate at which that computer could process data is exponentially fast, almost in light year seconds. And that's why we call it supercomputer, because it has the fastest processing CPU in the world. Moving on, we have this is example of a supercomputer, as you could see in the clip in the picture there. It is very big and it usually has to get a lot of water to actually function because it overheats a lot. But more than just that, the functionality and the speed of which it could actually calculate and all of these things is non-comparison to other computers. So let's look at mainframe computer. A mainframe computer is used by the government or other big organizations to organize information systematically. This may be used for transactions, weather forecasting, and mission critical applications such as NASA computers. So the power cuts for mainframe computers are extremely big, and they also have a backup battery that will run for a few minutes before allowing a generator to take over. Mainframe computers are also the oldest type of computer. Uses are never taken away from the mainframe computers. They are added. They don't really take away any functionalities to the mainframe computer, like for example other types of computers, but they actually just add to it and add more applicable applications to the already fast processing speed of a mainframe computer. Moving on, this is an example of a mainframe computer that you would usually find in a typical office. So let's look at mini computers. Mini computers are far less expensive. We call it also the PC. Sorry for that, guys. I did make a little bit of error. So mini computers are the computer, your PC personal computer, and micro computers are like, for example, your phone, right? Or like this. This is also like a microcomputer in a sense. Mini computers are lower to mainframe computers in terms of speed and storage capacities, and also they are less expensive than mainframe computers. So the features of mainframes will not be available in mini computers. Hence, their performance also be less than that of mainframes. So examples of mainframe is PC, and this is a standard example. This is a computer IBM 15100 in the year like probably around 2000. This was like one of the first mini computers ever thing. This is what we call PC. You have a PC and there are different types of mini computers, and it's usually used for personal information and personal utilization. So microcomputers. So invention of microprocessor single chip CPU gave birth to the much cheaper microcomputers. They are further classified into desktop computers, laptop computers, and handheld computers, PDAs. Handheld computers are basically your phones. Laptop, it is what it says it is, but microcomputers could also be in situation of mini computers. Both can work in that situation. So desktop computers. And desktop computers is the most widely utilized type of computer in the entire world for the moment. It's widely utilized in the entire world. So today, the desktop computers are the most popular computer systems. These desktop computers are also known as personal computers or simply PCs. They are usually easier to use and more affordable. They are normally intended for individual users for their word processing and other small applicational requirements. We utilize these computers in our everyday lives. Microcomputers are part of us. We utilize it, and in the 20th century, we have become more acquainted with it more than ever before in any other time in history. So we have laptop computers. Laptop computers are very much more portable than a desktop. Desktop is it usually is in one location, while a laptop computer usually does not stay in one location. They are lightweight computers with a thin screen. They are also called a notebook computers because of their small size. They can operate on batteries and hence are very popular with travelers. The screen folds down into the keyboard when not in use, and it is very portable. As I said before, you could utilize it, you could move it around a lot, and that's one of the major advantages of the laptop computer. So this is an example of it. There are other examples, but it's very portable. A lot of people like moving with it because you could use it anywhere, and it does not have to stay one place like the mini computer, which, like for example, the desktop, which has to stay at one place all the time. So we have handheld computers or simply your phones. I like to call it. Everyone has a handheld computer at least by the time you're 16 plus. In most countries, you already have a handheld computer. Handheld computers are pen-based and also battery powered. They are small and can be carried anywhere. They are even more portable than the desktop computer, right? They use a pen-like stylus and accept handwritten input directly on the screen. They are not as powerful as desktops or laptops, but they are used for scheduling appointments, storing addresses, and playing games. The touch screens with which we use with our fingers or a stylus, which is like a pen, and handheld computers are the most widely used computers in the 20th century in today's society. As you can see, this is some examples of handheld computers. We utilize it everywhere. We have it all over the place, and it's everywhere in today's society. So that's everything for it, guys. If you like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, subscribe to Study Prep Guys Chill Zone. This is the introductory class to EDPM. See you guys, IT and EDPM.